that mean them can't stop ya. Unstoppable, run away train.
All right, then, so the weekend is finally over and it is Monday night. Pleasure to see everybody here tonight because we are here to have another awesome conversation with another awesome guest on the Unstoppable Live show. So hope everybody had an awesome weekend because tonight is going to be a great topic. All right, we're going to have this discussion with this lady who wants to share her experience. All right, now everybody who is here, you know the rules already. All right, please, as soon as you check in, just hit that like button because me I get to realize, say, the show I pack up with a whole heap of people, but then the likes on the video itself nah really move that much. So once you check in, hit that like button and hit the share button as well. All right. So with that said, we're not even going to waste too much time. We're just going to get to the caller because she actually has a mouthful that she wants to share with us tonight. So we're not going to waste no time. All right. But before I bring the caller on the show, please remember, we do not tolerate disrespect, no type of styling Makala or disrespecting anybody in the comment section. We welcome your views and your opinions, but in a respectful way. All right, so with that said, let's introduce the caller to tonight's show. Caller, good night. How are you?
Hello, Unstoppable. How are you doing?
I'm good, and it's a pleasure to have you here tonight.
Thank you. And hello to all the listeners as well.
Now, I know you're in one of them countries there where the time way ahead of me right now. So I have to say thanks for, actually stay up and be able to do the show with me tonight.
No problem. No problem.
So I'm going to give you the platform so that you can just go right ahead and share your experience. All right?
Okay. All right, then. Well, I want to start with how I met my first baby father and how I met him. I moved into the same area as him, which is the same district. So I moved in the same area as him, and I've seen him around, and one day I was coming back from shopping and he stopped me and talked to me, and he was very gentlemanlike and nice person, and he asked me out for a drink and if I would come out and have a drink with him. So, I agreed because he was very, very polite and really and truly, you don't really find much men those days anyway, back in the 90s that had manners. So anyway, so me and him, we went out for a drink and, we were friends for a little while and got to know each other and everything like that. And about just say like after a year and a half of courting, because it was courting, because at the end of the day, the only thing he done was kiss me on the cheek. So those kind of little things, and he used to open car door and stuff like that for me. I need to be polite and manageable, and so that's what I liked about him. And so anyway, so we took it slow, getting to know each other until things start getting serious between each other. We start catching feelings. So in the end of the day, we decided that because he had his own place and I had mine, so decided that he would come and move in with me, so which he did. And so he moved in with me, and then about 2 years later, we welcomed our first son into the world. And as we welcomed our first son into the world, things start change in his attitude, in his ways, how he started to treat me. And the first violent abuse I come across with him.
All right, so Carla, hold on a minute. I can hear that you're a bit nervous. So you can just take a breath for a minute and calm down and relax, catch your breath, because I can hear you're a bit nervous. So first thing I'm going to give you a little bit of comfort. You don't have to worry about anybody judging you or assuming anything. You're in a safe space right now. All right? So just catch a breath and calm down and go right ahead. All right? Let me know once you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. It floods back a lot of memories, but
I understand.
Anyway,
I understand. Just take your time and go right ahead.
Anyway, so Yeah, so um we welcomed our first son, and our first son, he was born very premature. 3 months early he was born. So, my time was to work part time and then go to the hospital and, nurse my son until it was time for him to come home. So anyway, everything was okay up to before he came home. It was 12 days after when he was born where the violence started. And I came out of hospital and he attacked me. And, he attacked me because I got home late from the hospital. And the thing about when babies are in hospital, you can't stay there. You have to nurse them, stay at the hospital all day. You have to leave them. So time I got home, it was late. So I just start assuming that it's not the hospital I'm coming from, it's a man's house. And this was 12 days after my son was born. And and the attack was so quick because he just start getting mad and angry and he assumed in his head that I was coming from somewhere else. So before I knew it, I had a big slap in the back of my head, which made me fall to the ground. As I was on the ground, he was kicking me in my stomach. And I was still like bleeding from the birth of my son. And it was only because people were passing where he stopped. And I felt ashamed. That's why I never tell anyone. Not even my family knew, and that's where the physical abuse started with my first baby father. Um, but it just didn't get any better. Like he got worse. And after that, when the little one was brought home, when he was brought home, um, he would have incidents where he would attack me, but not attack me in front of the baby. And then when my little boy turned 2 years old, he turned around and the baby was crying a lot and he was trying to get some sleep because he worked nights. So at the end of the day, with the baby crying and everything, he can get up from the sofa, get so ignorant and why you can't shut up that baby? The baby just keep crying, crying. And he pick up a brush, one of them big, them wooden brushes with the hard comb on it. He picked that up and he slapped my son with it. And as I got involved and he had with his other hand had pushed me and where I licked myself against the wall and dropped. And when he finished licking the poor baby the baby, when I look at him, he had like the brush marks on his body. Um, the only thing I could think of is taking my child and going to social services to see if they could help because I don't know, I was just full up of so much. I think it was shame. That's what it was, shame. That's why I couldn't even tell anyone. And the abuse I was getting was on my body. It wasn't on the face. So they never helped. They just asked me if I have family that live far out. So I said, listen, I don't have anyone. And the family that I do have, they don't know what's going on. So they just offered me a train ticket out to the area in somewhere far, as long as it's in the same country. And so then I find myself going back to the same house where I didn't want to go back. Um, then I end up pregnant with my second child. Don't even ask me how. I end up pregnant with him, and he came premature as well because I have a problem with carrying full term. So in the end of the day, I have a small womb. So in the end of the day, the hospital was supposed to sew me up from when I had the first child because it was on the records. But obviously, the baby come before the operation came for him to stay in a bit longer. So he came premature as well. Oh, Lord. And then afterwards, the same routine again. I had to he's premature, so I had to go back and forth to the hospital. When I got released from hospital, um, he wasn't so much, he wasn't so violent when I was pregnant with the second one, when I had the second one. But devil have the devil have work to do, because when I brought my son home from hospital, this is my second born. I brought him home from hospital, and you know, um, he would help me a lot around the house and stuff like that. And then he offered to bath the children at night. So anyway, so he bathed the children. I'm in the kitchen tidying up. I hear something funny, because the kitchen and the bathroom is on the same floor. So I hear something funny, like I saw some bubbling water thing. When we rush in the bathroom now, I see him lifting up the second baby from the bath, from underneath the water. I pull him up from underneath the water. So I grab the child, wrap him up in a towel, and I knew what he done. And I look at him, and I say, "Really?" And he don't say a word, So even up to now, he don't even say nothing about that same night. And I wrap up that child in a towel, and I sit on the sofa. And in my head, I'm just talking to God, because I don't have no strength for him. So in there, I'm too scared to leave. So in down there talking to God in my head, and I'm looking at him, and I'm saying, you know what? And I sit, and I know, I don't know how long I was sitting on that sofa with that child, but I was sitting there for a very long time. I know that, because him start, him here start dry, and him start dry. I was sitting there for a long time, and I had to make a decision that I am too scared to leave. But in the end of the day, I can't have this child under the roof. Not when I just see with my own eyes. God, let me see with my own eyes what I see. So, this time my family don't know what's going on, because I have to go and put on a front. God knows how I manage it. But the next day, and it was in the morning, I call the local authorities and ask them if they can remove my child from the home. And they came around the same day. And then they're asking me, the lady asking me if I'm sure. And I said, well, yes, he can't stay here. He can't. And as a mother, I had to think about keeping him safe. So they asked me if I know anyone in my family that would take him. And then that's when my mother now get involved, because she had to know what was going on. So she agreed she would take him, and she did. By the time she's working, because she was a teacher, so she had to juggle everything. And then, my auntie got involved. My auntie took over to have him, until in the day I sort myself out and stuff like that. That's a different story about the auntie anyway. So I had to make that painful decision, sign papers, and one good thing, the child was kept in the family, but sign papers for him not to be in the same household. So when as soon as the child was removed, my firstborn now, when he wake up that same day and from his nap, and then you see that the second one wasn't there, and then he just pushing the walker around the house, just pushing the walker, and that's what he used to do. He used to push his brother around in the walker, and there was no baby in the walker, and he's pushing the walker around, and all that. You have to try and grip that somewhere and put that somewhere, because I have more important things to do, because I'm there planning to try and leave this man. And God, no. The whole of me scared, like a God himself, scared, terrified. And he always threatened me with, if me leave with the children, he will kill me. So it just never felt like a way out for me. You understand? So, Lord have mercy. So I'm there in this nightmare um with this man, still sleeping with him, you know, and trying to leave. I left before. I left after that incident, and he found me and draped me up on the road. And then I had to go back home with him. And then so me just, there's no way out. And I don't have the guts to take my life. And for that, I don't even believe in that. Whew. And then not long after, well, not long after, yeah, I fell pregnant again. Third time, I fell pregnant again. And then, ooh, and then so in there, I welcomed another boy again. Um, the violence is when he feel like it. But by this time now, when the third one come along now, there was all cheating involved and stuff like that. So, you know, sometimes he wouldn't be at the house, which was good because at least I had a break. But every time when he come through that door, we'd always gear up my jaw and get my jaw and my face ready. So that in the day when him ready for give me them thump, by this time, him start lick me in my face, quick back shot in my face. And so I prepare my face, I prepare myself so it don't hurt that much. And then I have my third born, and then with the third born now, I don't know. He seemed to do more with the third born. I understand him. He changed his napkin. He did more for him, and the violence was like less until was it? I left. I this night I planned to leave him, and he went to work as usual because he works at night. So and then I packed up the children. By this time now I have two that I'm, taking along with me. So anyway, I plan to leave him now. And this time we got to
You
women's
say,
refuge.
hold on, you
Women's
say
refuge. So
you have two that you're taking along with your two what?
two children.
So what happened to the other one?
Because remember the third one now. The second one it was gone to my mother. And then my auntie took over and she started look after him because she had more time. And my mother is a teacher, so she was finding it hard to juggle the two, looking after grandchild and working as well.
So
So my auntie took that
why is
one.
it that you didn't try to protect yourself from getting pregnant while you was in this situation with this man?
Protect myself. Well, number one, say he would have killed me if me I take tablets. And number two, everywhere that I went, I had to go with him. You understand? Like I couldn't go clinic and them something there on my own. Couldn't go shopping on my own. Couldn't go nowhere really on my own. You understand? And in the day I was a lot younger. But when I look at it now as an older person, I was a lot younger. And this is the first proper relationship and also a violent relationship I've been into. I never really know anyone so much that has been in that same situation that I was in. So at the end of the day, I never had no freedom. I couldn't go out. I couldn't go out on my own. And then in the day, nighttime, no man, you're mad. And then they would kill me. I could never go out at nighttime. I had to be in before nightfall, you know. And whatever he said, I did because the thing was on my mind is that in the day I don't want. The more agree with him, the less probably I'll get beaten. You understand? And on top of all that, him control everything, every single thing. And he was the main provider. Because I stopped working from when I had my first. I stopped working.
Okay, so tell
So he
us.
was the main provider as well.
So tell us what happened after that night. You decided, okay, enough was enough.
Night where I found out when I left that night and I was able to escape. And I had to pack I only was able to pack one suitcase and hide that under the bed. And then and carry like everything was normal. And me, listen to me, I'm growing up in a Christian home, so it's really hard for me to lie. So at the end of the day, to try and put on that face so he doesn't see, it's like he could see through me. You understand me? So I had to pack, like, and put the suitcase under the bed and then go on out, say everything normal, and then try and make sure I pack up the children, nappy and stuff like that, and hide it so he don't find it, and then still go cook and put on a front like everything is okay. You know, it was hard because sometimes I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder if you know what's going on. Then I wonder if you know what I'm planning and stuff like that. But anyway, he went to work and I was able to leave with the children. So we left and we went into a woman's refuge. And so the man come find where I was, and we had court 2 days after when I was in the woman's refuge, and the address of the woman's refuge was on the paper, on the court papers. I didn't find where I was, so they had to move me to another woman's refuge with the children. So we were there, and they were asking me, what do I want to do? Do I want to move somewhere else, or do I want to stay where I am? So I said, well, I want to stay where I am because it's my home. It's my home. It's not his, it's mine. So I want to stay where I am. And, because they gave us different options, what I can do. I can go and stay somewhere until in the day he completely moves everything out and move out, or I could go back and give him 1 day, 24 hours notice to leave the property. So that's what I went with, going to leave the property because, I brought my children home and it's my home. So I didn't want to just give that up and go somewhere else. So yeah, so we went with that. And the judge ordered him and gave him 24 hours to move out his stuff. And then so he moved out his stuff and I went home. So when I went home now, I think the couple of nights it was okay. And then one night now, about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, them kind of time there, early in the morning, the man go throw one big old brick through the front room window, smash that. And when I jump out my bed and I run and look and I see the brick. And then so when I go outside, he's gone now. But I knew it was him, so I called the police and I reported it so that it's down on paper. So anyway, he done it again. Like he done it like weeks after he done it again and break the window again. But this time he put a note and said that he wants his son, which is the eldest one. And he said he's not gonna stop torment me until he gets the eldest child. Why should I have all the children to myself when they don't belong to me alone? So anyway, the police took the letter that was attached to the brick, and so they say that they're gonna do something about it, but I never seen nothing because it just felt like nothing was done. And then he would come, sit outside the house, and he would sit in a car. And he just sit there for hours and I call the police. By the time police come, he's gone. And this went on for a while until solicitor. I went to go and get a solicitor and We took him back to court, and then we got restraining order. Restraining order don't work. Him hiding in the bushes. And then when I'm on my way home or leaving, he's in the bushes. He's somewhere under a tree, somewhere watching. You understand? The restraining order never worked, you know. So after all of that, you know what did work? Is one day when he come to the house. He come to the house, and we had a disagreement about one of the children or something. Then he raised his fist to punch him in my face. And I draw for one long kitchen knife. And you see, listen, I'm about 4 foot something, 4'11". This man is 6 foot something. I take that knife, you see, and I put it right under his throat. And I said to him, God, I said, God help me. Come here, I gotta kill you in here. And the knife is so sharp, unstoppable. It gone right in his throat. And I tell you, I don't know how I found the strength to stand up to him, because he's 6 foot. I'm not even 5 foot. And in the day, I find the strength and everything in me. And I had a knife at his throat. And the man was in so much shock. So the man come out of my life that day. That you see that when I put that knife at his throat, the man come out of my life. The man don't hit me. The man start talk reasonable to me. And all he said to me when I had a knife at his throat, he said, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry for everything I done wrong to you. Please don't kill me. That he said. And when I took the knife away, it was cut a little bit at his throat. But I never thought I would have all of that inside of me. So me and him, that was it. He just never harassed me or bothered me anymore. He tried because he's dead now anyway, but he tried to, make kind of argument over the children, little idiot fussing, like, when he want the children and Christmas and all them something there. He tries, but he don't take it that far where he wants to come and punch me up and them things there. But that was the day when that was it. Over and done with.
All right, so I know you have a second half of your experience that we're about to get into right now in relation to the person that went to prison. But before we get to that, I'm going to give you a little water break so you can, freshen your throat a little bit, and then I'm going to do my shout outs in the meantime. So we are 30 minutes in the show. Take a little break, all right? I'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right, so viewers, we are now in the first 30 minutes of the show, and she still has more to share, because if you notice, she not get to the part yet where she's talking about the man who actually went to prison, as you can see what the title said. All right, so yeah, we have a whole heap more to go. Ronnie here with blessings. Happy to see you here. And first of all, let me say thank you to the persons who have contributed to the show so far. Susie Unstoppable, thank you so much for your super chat. Tisha Allen, thank you for your super chat. Kizzy Unstoppable, thank you for your super chat. Sophia James, thank you as usual. Lola, thank you for your super chat. And TR Nayeri X, thank you for your super chat, my brother. And to the people over here who contributed via PayPal, I want to say thank you to Magella's Fashion. Thank you so much for your PayPal contribution. And also Grace Davis, thank you for your PayPal contribution. And Kamaya Honeygan, thank you for your PayPal contribution. And there comes Driver So Unstoppable rolling in with a super chat in the very last minute. So with that said, once again, thanks to everyone who is contributing to the show, whether it be PayPal or super chat. And Rosie B coming in with another super chat. Thank you. For the persons who are here who don't know what super chat is, it's a way that you can actually contribute to the show while the show is live. All right. And it's a little $ that is right in the comment section where you type the comment, click it, and follow the steps from there. All right. So Carla, drink your water already?
Hello. Yeah, I drink it.
All right, blessings. So you can continue. Let's get to the second half now. We have another, you have at least about another 20 minutes to go, and then I'll use the next 10 to take call-ins. So go right ahead.
Okay, so anyway, so 3 years later now, I'm single, and my friend said to me, so you don't want to meet anybody or anything, and I'm like, no, 'cause I wasn't really fussed. 'Cause I've been single for 3 years, and you know. So she said, oh, there's a guy, and it looked like you two would make a good item and stuff like that. But she just keep badgering me about it. So I said, all right then. So she set me up on a blind date. So anyway, so up on a blind date, and first red flag, he was late. He was about what, 30 minutes late or something like that. And he said something about his car or something like that. But he apologized and everything like that. And anyway, so everything flowed good, and we got on really well. And maybe because we're the same star sign, but we get on well. And I never laughed in my life like I did when I laughed with him. And so anyway, so we exchange numbers, and we start talk, and we went out on a few dates, got to know each other and stuff like that. Well, thought so anyway, but got to know each other. And yeah, so one day now he said to me, I want you to meet my friends. I really, he said that he's into me and he wants to meet his friends. So I'm gonna say, oh, okay, all right. And I'm nervous, like meeting friends, and I don't know how much friends. So anyway, so went out and introduced me to his friends, and there was a lot of them, And I said, okay, meet his friends and everything, and they seem nice and everything. Everyone seems friendly and everything.
All right, hold on for a minute, Carla. Let me explain to the persons who may not understand. So she is now talking about someone else after the person, because the person that she was talking about, she is now in a second segment of dating someone else. This is not the same person. All right, Mama Millie, bless up yourself. All right, Carla, continue.
No, sorry, this is the second baby father to be. So anyway, so meet his friends and everything like that now. And then and then things got serious with me and him. He's good with the children, really good with the children, and he's just a good man to be around. So anyway, so my first baby father now met him, and they got on. So that was all good. So anyway, so it's when me and him now get in a relationship now, I find out that he's with certain gang. So at the time, I'm not gonna lie to you, at the time I liked it. It turned me on, it made me feel safe, and me just love it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, me did love bad man, because I never had a bad man. I'm say, oh yeah, this bad man can protect me, and bad man can be there for me. And bad man treat me better than first baby father. So me say, well, yeah. So, and the safety there, that was the main thing, the safety. That I know that I'll be safe, and no one can touch me because I have him. And I really did like him, and the light turned into love, and so things get serious between us, between me and him. And then, yeah, and then a year and a half later, I had my baby, my last child. I had him, and so anyway, so when he was born and everything like that, everything was all right until until I run into some problems. And how I run into some problems is that when I had my last child, and when he gave me some money, and he gave me some money towards a child, and also him also teach me how to, because I've been around him when he's doing certain kind of illegal stuff. I can say these things.
Yeah, man, go right ahead. Nothing is wrong with that.
illegal stuff. So me kind of watch him and learn and stuff like that. And then so anyway, so cutting long story short, the girl that used to do my hair now,
Don't say that part.
she
Don't say
was
that part. Don't say that part. Just get to the part
oh
where he got to jail or whatever. Don't say the part where you're
so
about to say.
okay. So anyway, so cutting long story short, his track record wasn't so good. So he ended up in prison. And then so when he ended up in prison now, I supported him. I went to go and visit him. I took the children up there to see him and everything like that. And then because he had so much criminal record, him have so much things on his file, they end up deporting him. Well, throughout that now, I supported him with sending down some money, sending down clothes with family members and stuff like that. And being there, and we were also talking about, you understand, because the judge, well, when I say, but anyway, he was allowed to come back after certain years had passed. So at least he wasn't completely cut out not to come back into the country. So anyway, cutting long story short now,
But there's a question I
we were
need to ask you,
planning,
Carla. There's a question I need to ask
yeah,
you. I mean, I know I asked you this previously, but
yeah.
you don't believe in taking contraceptives or you don't believe in these kind of things. It's
And
just
also,
it's just something
the,
I'm trying to
the only,
figure out.
I don't know, because listen, I used to take it when I was, when you first have your boyfriend and your stuff. I used to take them things there, but I never took it with the first one. But the second one, no, we never take it with him. No, I think that, but no, we never take it with him. We never take it with him. So there comes the second one. There
Okay.
comes the last one. But anyway, so yeah, so through all of that. So anyway, so where am I now? So anyway, so they deported him. They deported him, and then I support him through everything and send him, you know, money and whatever. And then one day now, Missy said, and get married because I see the pictures on Facebook. And the pictures were only up for 24 hours. And yeah. And then I was just and then and then when he got deported,
Let me ask you a question, Carla.
his son
Let me ask you a
mhm,
question. Because I'm observing the way you're speaking when it comes to this. The first part of your experience, you were flowing comfortably. And now we're at the
yeah.
second part, and it seems as if it's kind of difficult to come out. Is it possible
It's
that
very hard. It's hard, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard. You know why it's hard? Because I'm still hurting. And
that is
um,
what I was about to get? That is what I wanted to ask you because
you
that's
know,
what
he
I'm
he
sensing.
he
I'm sensing that you're
he
still
got
hurting
deported.
from this
Yeah,
recent
of
situation.
course. Because let me tell you something, okay, right? I see everything. I saw wedding bell, everything we there planning, you know. Not like I say I'm there talking to myself. We there planning everything, you know. Okay, and he got deported when the child was 7. Unstoppable. When the child was 8 years old, the child get ill. The child get ill. And I pick up the child because he used to do karate after school. And I pick him up from school and he was complaining, say he's not feeling well. He said his head is hurting him. So I said, never mind, baby. I said, I asked him if, did someone kick you in the head today or something like that? He said, no, but he's just not feeling too good. So he come home from school and he went straight to bed. So anyway, I continued doing what I'm doing, cooking and then things there, getting those things out the way and to feed the other children. Went up and checked on him. Unstoppable, when I went into his bedroom and I checked on the child left side is swollen, his head swell, his arms are floppy, his leg is floppy. He had a stroke. We had to call the ambulance, and then they had to have him airlifted to the hospital. The child have a malfunction to the brain, genetic, from his side. And you know when I find out? Let me tell you when I found out. When in the day the child is in intensive care and his family come down and said, oh yes, he did have a child that had the same thing and he passed away from it. Because you can die from it, if you don't have medical help ASAP. He had to go through 2 major operations, different times.
Now, was
This time,
is this situation that you're explaining? Is it something that happened after he got married to the other woman, or while you and him were still together?
no, this situation happened. No, this happened after. He got married after this situation happened. Yeah.
Okay.
The situation happened when he got deported, and then the situation happened not long after that, a year after that. The child got ill, and then and then he got married not long after that.
Okay, so you say he got married, he found out.
Yeah, you just don't pick up somebody like that and just marry like that. He must have known her for a while. But what I'm trying to say to you is that in the end of the day, everything I have to do on my own. You understand me? And that's all good and well because I'm the mother. But in the end of the day, he does nothing. You understand? And when he calls, because the boy, he's a teenager now, and when he calls, there's nothing positive he can say to him, Bad man talking, you have girl yet. Nothing to ask him how is college, how are you getting on, son, how is things, But it's 3 months ago I had to block him. And also, let me tell you before I forget, he has another child that lives across the road from me. That child is 2 months younger than my child. And I found out about that child when I had my son.
Wait, you say
But
him have another baby that lives across the road from where you live?
Me no know, My mother always say, God give you what you can manage. And maybe in the end of the day, God feel like, say, you love them kind of money. Hey, take that, you can manage it. But sometimes we say, me weak. Yeah, another son. And say, me I gotta tell you off here, but in the children name coming like twin. Children name coming like twin name. They're so close. So close names. Like in planets. You understand? Like in planet.
Someone
because
said
I
to
never know
ask you
about
how is the little boy's health today? How is he doing now?
well, off and on. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad. I mean, these are two major brain operations, and each operation lasted for 4 hours. And say unstoppable. Let me tell you this before me forget. Saying family have the nerve to come up to the hospital and want to pray over him when he's in intensive care, and then turn to me and tell me and my mother, who is a praying woman, that in the end of the day he will be all right now because we've come and prayed over him. Mr. Unstoppable, me say, listen, I don't know. We must have so much teeth marking on my gum because in the end of the day, me just try and grip myself. This child is in intensive care, and that's them come up and say that. You understand? They no help. They no help. No help at all. And they them brother is one big old man. And in the day, all them do is defend them brother. And as a woman, them should be saying, look, let me come help you. Let me go make him mix with him cousin them or something. Take the little weight off your shoulder. Make it, spend some time with my family. But no, the money want to come around and go on like family when they want to take picture and send to them brother. That they want to do. Yeah. But in the end of the day, he's had two major brain operations, and they've cut at the front of his brain is been chipped because they had to cut it away, because he had a bleed to the brain. And it's the first time I've ever known a child 8 years old to have a stroke. So, he's walking, thank God. He's walking and, in try. We have good days and bad days. But,
All right. So
yeah,
all right. So you have another couple minutes to go, about 5 minutes. So within the last 5 minutes, right? What is
yeah.
the situation now between you and the man that got married to the other woman? What is the communication? Because that is the father of your child. So what is the relationship like?
Yeah. Well, with me, I don't talk to him. I block and delete that months ago. I tried to keep the communication line open because in the day I want him to be around, to communicate with his father. But at the end of the day, the boy is a teenager. He has his own phone, and when he feel like answer it to him, he feel like answer it to him. The only good thing that come out of all of this is that all of the children that he have in this country, they're very close and they're very tight. And in the end of the day, that's thanks to me because then they make sure so me keep that. Can me make sure I tell them say it doesn't matter if you have the same father and different mothers, you are siblings. And when we old people are dead and gone, you have each other. So I make sure I push them together, and they're as close as anything. You know, they're more closer with each other than they are with him. He's lonely. He's lonely, so his children don't really bond with him because he don't bond with them. But one good thing they have each other. So me learn unstoppable to take bad things and turn it into something good. You understand me? So that's what I try and do. Just turn everything that's bad into good. And as long as them children, them stick together and them look after each other and they're doing well already, that's all me care about. Him now, hmm, dog, I'm in supper. And that's all me have to say.
All right, Carla.
And say unstoppable.
Mhm.
Unstoppable, saying the wife don't even reach out to the children. So show what kind of woman she is. But anyway, we don't know.
All right. So thank you for
We
sharing. You
don't.
can listen in on the channel. Just click on and listen as the callers call in and share their advices and opinions. All right. Thank you for sharing. It is
Thank you for
totally
having
appreciated.
me. Thank you, Unstoppable. Bye.
All right. So the caller has given her mouthful. Now, for me, boy, I mean, I know this one was a rough one because I'm still trying to figure out why the caller had all these children for the first man in the first place. That's the part that still, and boy, I mean, I know it rough. The phone line is open 876-420-3368. It's really sad to know, say, she went through that situation with the first baby father. You understand? But what I can say is me glad that she find her strength. She found her strength and rise up and defend herself. And this is what I always say. A man will do to a woman what a woman allow him to do. You understand? So if you sit down and make a man beat you, he might go beat you. But the minute him say, yo, you not tolerate that, he might go step back and wait the man. No. So, as me say, what do you have to say to this caller tonight? What advice do you have to give her? What do you make of this whole thing tonight? Because, boy, it kind of different. This one is kind of different for me. Like I said, the caller in the first place, like I said, to me just stuck on the part is why did she have all these children for the first man? And I can understand that one, she might have been in fear, right? And like she said herself, she never want to take any kind of contraceptives because he probably would have murdered her, if him find out. And then she say everywhere she go, him dead and all of that. So, I mean, that part I can understand. All right, sorry for the caller that I missed a while ago, but let me put the phone on vibrate because that's why I missed the call them. All right, callers, you can start calling back again. The phone line is open 876-420-3368. All right, and I want to say thank you to Sophia James for PayPaling me during the live stream. Thank you so much, Sophia. You know, Sophia always contribute via PayPal and super chat the same time. So big up yourself, Sophia. And to the persons who super chatted to the show while the show is live: Susie Unstoppable, Tisha Allen, Kizzy Unstoppable, Sophia James, Lola, Ronnie Yearwood. Big up yourself, Ronnie. Ronnie said, Unstoppable, your show is a teaching platform. Big up yourself, Ronnie. Totally appreciate that. Make sure you go back and go see what Ronnie said for real. Me don't tell no lie for Mama Ronnie. All right, I'm have to say big up to Mama Millie, you know, as well. Much love to you for checking in tonight again. All right, and also big up to Sonia, Andy, and Bright Ideas Jones. Why is it I keep missing these calls tonight? How I go on? Is it that the phone now ring? Because I'm seeing the calls after it come in and says miss call. I don't understand why I go on. But yeah, it look like we're not supposed to take no call-ins tonight because the call's coming in, but it's saying missed call after when the phone not even ring. You know, would I hear it? You know it go already. Yeah. Sorry she never get fed up and pull the knife earlier. All right, because she was with a psychopath. Boy, clearly that man was definitely a psychopath, you know, in every sense of the word. Because, you know, if you go stalk a woman like that, right, and follow her every move, and, you know, even if she, you know, and the thing about it is, he was so abusive, and like I say, I can understand why the woman was scared. But the part in the second half of the story, people, my boy have a whole other baby right across the road. Right across the road from where the woman live. All right, me not understand what I go on. Queen Dania, what I go on?
Hello, good night.
What I go-
Well,
Talk to it.
good night, everyone. Um, so yeah, like as a woman, you can feel the pain that she's feeling. And enough of we as women, we're not gonna sit down and take certain foolishness. I'm not judging her or nothing like that, but Carla, when me reach baby number 2, not even 2, but when me reach baby number 1, and me realize that I say my behave, my gone. Me have to leave. And if every time, like she said, every time he leave, every time she leave and whatever him find her and stuff like that, no man. It's either me put him 6 feet under or him a go put me 6 feet under. Because that's where it's leading to. So God forbid she never put her foot down and take back her power and pull out the
Him
knife.
would have still a beat her.
Exactly. So that means that it would have lead to 6 feet under. You understand? It would have lead to the point where these kids don't have a mother. They won't have a mom. And they won't have a dad either, because if she go in the bathroom and see him a take out the child from underneath the water, him don't care either.
Right.
You understand? No, with the second story, um, why? God man in you,
She
she
went through a
like that.
Dania. She went through a lot. She went through a lot. Clearly,
She
she
went
went through
through
a
a
lot.
whole lot. She went through a whole lot. And lady, I applaud you because I'm so proud of you. Even though you went through so much, you're not make nothing while you're down. You just continue to be strong for yourself and the kids. One thing though, the way all you handle the little child saying that the head hurt, I wouldn't handle it like that. My daughter, if you saying finger at him and me can't do nothing about it, straight to hospital, my gone. There are certain things as a parent you cannot bear. And you cannot bear seeing your child is hurt and there's nothing you can do to solve it. Sometimes I want bawl, but it's true, I'm the mom. I can't bawl, make she see me, I have to be strong for her. You understand? But that's how me have to say, Carla, big up yourself. You know?
All
You
right.
did that.
All
Good
right,
night,
Queen Dania.
guys.
Big up yourself. Much love. Thanks for calling. All right, so that was Queen Dania right there, people. You can, you know, she have our channel right here on YouTube, and you can click the subscribe button and show Queen Dania some support, right? And Evelyn, me see you said the live a stick all night and nobody else has that complaint. Me don't know why your live a stick. Maybe at the internet by year end. But yes, people, we have come to the end of the show and we are in the last 5 minutes. So I'm going to use the last 5 minutes to say thank you to every single person that tuned in tonight. Thank you for everyone who has been supporting the show every single show night, and they are checking when 9 o'clock kick in. I want to make sure it's on a day. All right. Thank you so much for the support. All right, blessings, Marcia Unstoppable. Much love to you for being here. All right, and to any person who is new to the Unstoppable live show, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that once we actually go live, you will get notified and you can jump on and be a part of the show. All right, now to my moderators, much love to you each and every time for supporting the show and giving me a helping hand to make sure that nobody passes. To the persons who contributed to the show, once again, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. It is totally appreciated. But before I leave, there is one thing I want to announce now to the persons who have already copped their Unstoppable merch. We have a whole lot of merch. The merch store is up and running, so you can check out the merch. All right, more officer, thanks to the couple people who already made them purchases. Thanks, totally appreciate it. And you can find the link, right? And make sure you get on the merch because the link is right on the channel. Or if you don't see the link, you can just send me a WhatsApp and say Unstoppable with the link there for the merch store. Go check out the merch because I don't want to know Unstoppable merchandise. All right, and we have some nice styles. You understand? We have the Unstoppable Army sweater. We have knock on my phone when Unstoppable live or something like that. We have whole heap of brands, whole heap of different styles. So you can check them out. All right. Once again, thanks to everybody. Mama Millie, big up yourself. And to all my moderators, much love to you. People, with that said, see you on Wednesday night. But before me leave, if you have an experience that you would like to share, it is very simple to share it. All you have to do is send a message to the WhatsApp number 876-420-3368 and just simply say Unstoppable, I would like to share my story or my experience, and you will get your chance to share. All right, people, have a great night and I will see you all on Wednesday.
Feel the music, 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 feel the music,